And remembering our dear friend Cathie Robinson, musician to so many of us. As you'll hear today, Cathie was part of all of these groups. That's why you're here today. You know, some of us are in one group or two groups or three groups. Cathie was in every group. And she was also a painter, so she was in the watercolor group. And some of the time she couldn't come to the jam group because watercolor was also on Tuesday. So when we saw her, we knew she wasn't going to watercolor that day. So it was a little bit tough for her. And if you went to the art show every year they have over at OLLI, you might have seen her in 2024. She had some of her paintings up on the wall here.
In 2020, when the pandemic was just starting, my aunt, who has directed the choir since, I think, the beginning, right, you guys? Way back when OLLI first changed from the senior adults, or whatever it was called, to OLLI. Anyway, she was 97, and I was helping her, and her best friend was the pianist. So in 2020, she passed, but we also had COVID, correct? But the choir, a few people, about 9 of them, still wanted to continue. I cannot play the piano and direct at the same time. I have a one-track brain. So I'm like, Craig Lowe. Do you guys remember Craig Lowe? Cathie had just retired, and she decided she wanted to learn guitar or play guitar. So she was in his class, and he mentioned to me, because he was in choir too, he was one of the 9. He mentioned, there's a girl in my choir, in my class, that really wants to play piano. So I'm like, well, okay, whatever, and you never know what you're going to get when someone says they can play the piano. They might be really like I do, and then that's not helpful. But anyway, she came to a home where the 9 of us were trying to continue on a little bit with singing. She was just like this light. And I remember then thinking, I thank God that He made her with all her creativity. But more than that, I thank God that she's willing to give this a try. And then as the years have gone since then, I see that Cathie lived every single minute. So exciting. There's a song I used to teach when I taught school, and the end of it goes, life's a great adventure, and everywhere I go, I know that God will be my guide and lead me safely home. It talks about all the curves every day, and you never know what's going to happen. And that was Cathie to me. So that was the spirit, and I'm thankful for Cathie taking the time in her busy life, all of the things she did, her occupations and stuff, her giving spirit. I know she worked in LA sometimes helping people that didn't understand English to pay their taxes and stuff like that. Just an amazing giving person. I used to think, I wonder if she ever sleeps, but her garden, everything, her friends, there's Pat back there, her longtime friend that was such a support right now too. Anyhow, thank you, Cathie, for developing all the talents that God gave you, that you knew that, and you just shared them with all of us. So thank you so much. And we'd like to sing a song called Thank You for the Music. I picked this one because the verse says, I am so lucky I'm a girl with golden hair. Who has golden hair in our group, guys? Cathie. And so I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you.
His wife wanted some of us that are here to do this song, and she wanted us to do pretty much these lyrics. And lyrics these lyrics were written by a person by the name of Alyssa Rossi, and we changed them a little bit to fit Cathie a little bit better than someone that was our husband or wife, which is what it was written for. So it's a beautiful song. It's sung exactly like Hallelujah. It's just some of the words are different. So if you sing and play along with us, that would be great.
Cathie was immediately kind and open to the new guy, and I listened to her play. I thought she was just really wonderful, but I had no idea at that time as to the depth of her love of music. Shortly after that, there was an OLLI get-together for lunch, and I attended as, of course, a new instructor. And Cathie, unfortunately, had attended. She was probably the only person I knew there. She took me right under her wing, brought me in, and introduced me to everyone at the so-called Cathie table, which included Cathie, this other Cathie Price, of course. It was very easy to know everybody because it was just Jim Smith and I, non-Cathie. She loved her bluegrass, and she loved Motown, she loved rock, but she loved the choir. That was, I think, her wonderful thing. She just loved music and everything was awesome. Cathie was also a neighbor to my Cathie, because there's not enough Cathies in the world. And we would walk by her house on Park Street, and she would often, as Cathie Price earlier said, she'd be out in her garden, and she'd also be walking her dog on 2nd Street, and we'd always talk. And for me, knowing her only for a year, I felt like, in time she would become a lifelong friend.
Into the gratitude of being around all of these guys. And Cathie was top of the list. She'd come in always late. Always late. Always late. But as she slid in late, she never disturbed what was going on. Always had like a million different things going on. Just a million. Kind of lost what I was going to talk about. Yeah, thank you, John. So John reminded me, we've been over at the Methodist Church on Willow, and adjoining our room, there's a nursery school. And the children get brought over once a month-ish. And several of us led because Cathie was always there. And when Cathie led, she really shined. On the ground, and like every one of those, there'd be like 30 of them, 30 of those kids. And she got eye contact out of every one of them, got something out of every one.
But I'm speaking because I traveled with Cathie and had a unique opportunity to get to know her a little better. Being with Cathie was a little bit like riding a roller coaster. Her fun loving spirit and enthusiasm were contagious. With her heart on her sleeve, Cathie rushed headlong into life. She always signed up for tutoring classes, racing to be on time, because she loved learning new things and being in the company of friends. She once mentioned that her father told her that you could always learn something from everyone. So on the cruise that we shared to the Mediterranean, she would stop anyone and everyone along the street, anywhere, asking questions just to hear what they might say. She would use broken Spanish if they didn't seem to understand her English, even if they looked, I don't know, Russian. So she was so fun to be with. She loved engaging everyone, and her curiosity was infectious. So I'm speaking for this group because both of us had planned to do the Irish trip that we're going to be taking in November. The trip is not going to be the same without Cathie. She made every group she joined a place of joy, as all of us who know and spent time with her would agree. Her laugh was infectious and her smile just always present. And Cathie was feisty. She told many stories that made me laugh. After college in her home state of Ohio, she moved to Nashville, where she got a job as a music therapist and met her soon-to-be then husband. Their process of eloping and eventually relocating to Long Beach, it was a story that just had me in stitches. They went across country, they had 3 months, they went up through Canada, traversed the country, did all these crazy things, and she just had me laughing. So I wish I could tell stories as well as Cathie, and I would retell one, but I don't have that skill. But she was a bit of a daredevil. She always fought for the underdog, and she was proud of the unconventional interventions she sometimes used as a school counselor. She thought anything would help, she'd make it work. She would do it. She was a helper to the core. And I think all of us were changed by her kindness and her courage. Cathie with a C, as she would introduce herself when we were together, faced life's challenges with an open heart. She trusted in the goodwill of others, and I think all of us knew we could trust her. She was always inclusive, opening her home and her heart to the world, inviting anyone who would like to join her many parties and get-togethers. I think any excuse allowed her to bring us together for a night of fun. She was a treasure, a heartfelt, action-oriented woman, as others have spoken. She was taken from us too soon, but that sometimes happens to the best of us. I know that all who knew her will always miss her and her indomitably bright spirit, as I will.
So here we go. And she's going to give us 4 bars. 1, 2, here she goes.
Up and away, my beautiful, my beautiful Walloon.
Okay, guitar. Hug the guitar. Okay, guitar.
Let me tell you something. You guys ready?
To Cathie, you guys were